in the last chapter of the Book of Unwritten Tales. Hello, night person eating a sandwich. And a little bunny rabbit, too. Oh! You okay, Wilbur? Man, that had to hurt. Did you lose your helmet? And so it continues. Well, in adventure game tradition, let's thoroughly explore this scene.
There have been some heavy battles fought around Seastone in the last few years. It looks like the town definitely sustained some damage.
Nothing there. Ooh, coat of arms, perhaps?
I think that's the town's coat of arms, but it's pretty faded and dirty. You can't really see anything.
You see like a helmet and some wings and birds. Lots of little scraps of metal strapped around everywhere. Hello, rabbit.
Oh, a fluffy, wuffy little bunny rabbit. All white and soft and gentle and sweet. And I just want to cuddle it and... Oh, I'm an adventurer now. I must act like one. It's a rabbit. A white one.
And it may be one of the bunnies like are in Monty Python's Quest for the Holy Grail. You don't want to mess with those.
Here, rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. Not
Oh.
a chance. It won't let itself be caught that easily. And besides, I wouldn't know what to do with the rabbit anyway.
Oh.
I mean, except just love it to bits.
Or, that. Do we still? Yeah. So we're going to have to catch this rabbit at some point.
A small tree. It survived the bloody battles and the decline of the town without a scratch. A sign of hope.
That's cool.
I don't really know what kind of tree it is, but it looks very slender and flexible.
Ah, are we going to use this to set up a snare? Bend it down with a rope or something and use it to snare the rabbit?
I don't really know what...
Tree dialogue exhausted. Ooh, look at sign. There's a sign right here? Oh, that's a bug.
Swamp of Death. I don't think so. Doesn't sound particularly healthy to me.
Yeah, that's a transposition, it looks like. What about this one?
Swamp of Death. I don't
Oh.
think so. Doesn't sound particularly healthy to me.
No matter where I click, it says Swamp of
It
Death?
says The Meadows.
Oh, no.
No idea what that's supposed to be.
Maybe there are more rabbits in the meadows. Still thinks the sign is there. There's a path. Battlements. Anything else? Ooh, look at the flat stone where the guard was sitting.
There's a small stone beside the large one. It's half buried in the ground.
Lift it up.
Ugh! I've discovered the secret world of beetles, bugs, and fleas and spiders.
Fleas under a rock?
The beetles
Well.
don't seem to like the bright light as they're scurrying into the shadows. Not that quick about it, though. I could certainly catch a few, but where would I store them?
Do we not have it? No, all we've got left is the one ring. Anything to say?
The gremlin's golden ring. I have to get it to the archmage as quickly as possible.
Well, I mean, quick is relative, I suppose. Especially when we're dealing with adventure games. Anything else? Yeah, there's lots of little miscues for this sign around, it looks like. Or maybe that's just saying if I look at the path, it looks at the sign. Anyways, doesn't look like I can leave the area, so let's enter the town.
I don't think anyone in my family has ever set foot in a human town before, not even Grandad.
No, he's probably bombed one, though. Okay. So this goes back out. It says wizard.
There are two signs on the door. One says Master Marcus's Magic Mage School. The other says back soon. Both
Well-
signs are covered in cobwebs. They must have been hanging there for days or even weeks.
Yeah, Wilbur, I was about to say it looks like the whole soon thing didn't quite pan out. Got a pentacle above the door there. It's the turn it upside down and it's a pentagram. Can we enter? Knock, knock. Just enter. So that's a no-go. There's cartons here.
Some boxes and cartons. They're all empty.
What was delivered in them? What is this? A market stall. That is empty as well. Of course, it's the
Pretty
whole
shabby
town's
stall. Doesn't look like anything's been sold here recently.
pretty much abandoned from what we heard. Anything
A
else?
pretty shabby stall.
Okay. Nothing separate within the stall, it looks like. Well, let's move on. Can we look at the windows? No. Little empty lantern there. Ooh, what is that? Prancing something?
What kind of name is that?
A prancing boar's head?
I've never been to a tavern with a more ridiculous name. Well, then again, I've never actually been to a human tavern before.
Fair enough. There's the sign. More empty cartons. Ooh, a drain?
A very dirty drain. The sewer should be down there somewhere.
Yeah, I don't think we want to venture there unless we absolutely have to. A cart?
The cart is pretty overgrown. It obviously hasn't been moved in months.
Or even longer than that.
There's a sack on the cart. Something about the smell tells me it's probably full of rotten grain.
Ooh.
Nothing for me there.
Yes, nothing for any of us. Can we enter the tavern? We can.
You hear a lot of bad things about rundown taverns.
Oh, well, maybe not.
On the other hand, they're often the starting point of many a fantastic adventure. And to be perfectly honest, I haven't had enough of those yet.
Right? Especially adventures involving groups
Have you
of
got
friends
Form
and
12B
a
for me?
game master.
The blue one. No, it's just a green one. Hurry up. The post office is about to close for lunch.
Say what now?
You're going to the post office? Oh, I'll come with you. I need a delivery note and I want to send off a registered letter.
What are you guys up to?
What are you doing?
What do you think? You can see what we're doing. We're
Pulling
playing.
levers?
Oh, damn, I've forgotten my ID card. You can have a copy of your passport certified by a solicitor. Hang on, I'll mark the solicitor for you on the map.
What are you playing?
Yeah.
The only true kind of game, a role-playing game.
Oh. So, this guy looks like a wizard. I wonder if he's from the shop next door. If so, he's been here a long time. What's the game about then?
And what is this role-playing game all about?
It's set in a fantasy world. Totally without dragons, orcs, and magic. But instead... Oh! Here, come over here. I found the tax inspector. Wait for me, I'll be there in a sec. Once I've got this stamp, I can finally conclude the fiscal year. You know what that means? Tax office!
You guys sound entirely too excited about taxes. And that game is supposed to be fun.
And you really enjoy playing the game?
Of course! Certainly. You can escape the tedium of reality with all its magic and monsters. And you meet new people. It's not only us who play this game. It's played all over the world.
Right.
There are 6 people currently online. Well, 4 if you don't include us. But one's just gone off to the toilet.
I love how they're turning the whole trope of an adventure or a fantasy MMO on its head. People in our world playing an online game in a land of orcs, dragons, and magic. Whereas these people who come from a land of magic, it looks like this one is a fawn or something, has hooves for feet, are playing a game that's set in our world from what I'm gathering. And yeah, well, the game's never finished. That's the point, Wilbur.
And when is the game over? When have you won?
Won. There is no winner, just like in real life. The game has no end. You just keep on playing and... Oh! A traffic warden's wanting to write me a ticket. Leave her. That's a hard quest series. You can try to lodge a written appeal and then you have to...
So the game never ends? Great.
So, who are you guys? My name's Wilbur.
Might I ask you who you both are?
Of course. I'm Jack Smith, level 42 consultant at a medium-sized cooperative bank.
not
But
in
I
the game
want to
Dunderhead.
retrain as a tax consultant with specialization in tax-effective investments. They have really fabulous skill trees.
And I'm Mary Ellen Skittles, level 40, local government officer. My bicycle's got a 3-speed gear.
I've not the slightest idea what those two are talking about. Maybe it's a role-player thing.
It definitely is, Wilbur. Definitely is. So, who are you two in this world?
I meant, who are you two in real life?
Oh, right. I used to be a successful merchant. I had a shop here in town and lots of market stalls. Now
they're
all
all
I own is that
abandoned.
knackered old stall outside the door there. No customers, no business.
Then maybe I could buy something from you.
Yeah, great. Why, whatever.
And who are you?
I'm Master Marcus, the local mage teacher.
Yes.
You're the mage teacher. Could you maybe...
Shh, the game started.
What do you mean started? There's no beginnings or endings. How did it just start? What kind of machine is that? Looks like no computer that I've ever seen.
And this device, what does it do?
What indeed? We type in our input and the machine shows us what everyone else is doing.
Can I see?
It saves our equipment and controls the characters that aren't being controlled by other players.
And how does it work?
No idea. That thing is linked to a server somehow, and that takes care of running it.
Then best of luck in wherever.
Thanks for nothing.
You know,
Who,
that's
me?
about the silliest game I've ever heard of. Why would anyone flee from their own world into a fantasy world in order to complete meaningless tasks?
Jab, jab. I mean, that's definitely not what we're doing, is it, Wilbur? What do we got? Look at the box.
A wooden box full of tools, including, amongst other things, a saw.
Can we take that?
Of course, the saw doesn't meet the gnome tool safety regulations and it's a tad rusty. Still, I think it's usable.
At least once or twice.
Of course, the saw doesn't meet the gnome tool...
Okay. I get it. Look at the jar.
Mum bottles apple sauce in jars like that back home. Ours are smaller, though.
Well, of course they are. Oh, we can take that too. Alrighty. So, can we get this guy to teach us some magic at some point? What's the rest of this stuff on the desk?
The shelves are full of dusty bottles and tankards. Some are still half full. Perhaps the owners had to leave town in a hurry.
Well, I mean, that's what we were told. Anything else?
From butterbeer to pumpkin juice to fire whiskey.
Ooh,
It's all
butterbeer.
here, but I don't need any of that.
Why don't you need any of it, Wilbur? We could all use a nice cold butterbeer every now and then. Unless it's, cold outside, and then we can get a hot one. Look at the boar's head.
Splendid two-pointer.
Okay. Do boars ever have more than 2 points?
Perhaps the inn gets its name from the boar's head.
Or perhaps the boar's head gets its name from the inn. Haha. Yes. Looks like a slot machine to me.
These two use the same machine to play their strange role-playing game. My family would just love this.
They might. You might like it if you tried it. Anything else?
I don't understand what's being displayed there or what these two are entering, but the machine seems to be functioning perfectly.
Okay. How do you know that, though?
I don't understand what's being...
Okay, so it says player 2. We got a little man digging, a coffee cup, a stop sign, and a car. All these seem to be just part of the machine. There's no distinct places that I can interact with. We got lots of cables going through here. Rules that we can't read. Still the machine. Keep out. Server room. Come on, Wilbur, get a move on.
A door bearing a sign that says server's room, no entry.
Oh, server's room. That's worded strangely.
It says no entry. Now, just because I'm in a big town doesn't mean I'm going to turn into a criminal.
Why not? Enter.
It says no entry.
Ah, come on, Wilbur.
It says...
Well, that is a bit of an issue. Do you guys have anything else to say? Can I go look at your server?
They're still involved in the game, and I don't really know what I should ask them.
Okay. So is that everything that we can do in here for the moment? It seems to be. Just doing a quick sweep. Let's go ahead and go back outside then. I'm guessing we'll be back here shortly or later. One or the other. Okay, let's go up through here then. Come on, Wilbur, I clicked.
Halt!
Yeah.
Access only for authorised persons.
Hello to you
Shield
again.
Hand, are you the guard of the upper gate?
Dead
Of course
right.
he is.
And you don't have access to the upper town.
As I already mentioned to you at the outer gate, I must speak to the Archmage. It's urgent.
It's
And
life or
as
death.
I've already mentioned to you, the guard at the upper gate follows very strict procedures.
Yes,
But
yes, yes.
why didn't you say you were the guard?
Well, I wasn't on duty, and you shouldn't mix business with pleasure. Anyway, it's much funnier this way.
I think that's more the point.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
It's a little funny at least. So, what do we have to do to see the Archmage?
There has to be a way to get to see the Archmage. What would I have to do?
Only people with personal invitations from the Archmage himself are allowed in. Do you have an invitation?
I have a ring. No.
No, unfortunately not.
Well, there you go. Without an invitation, there's no way you'll ever be admitted to see the Archmage. But you could be admitted, of course. If you were a mage yourself.
I
Mages
know a
are allowed to
mage.
speak with the Archmage.
Naturally. He's the head of the order, after all. You know any mages by any chance?
Yes, I do.
Well, I'd like to be one myself.
And I'd like to be a dewdrop on a wood elf's butt cheek.
Really?
That's
Why?
really weird.
Well, Look, only mages or people with invitations can get into the tower.
So, if I wrestle up a mage, can I then go along with him into the tower?
So I'd be able to see the Archmage if I was accompanied by a mage.
No, the mage would be allowed up, not you. But you could say, give a message to the mage.
But I must speak to the
Okay.
Archmage himself, and I have to give him something.
This is all
then,
very
You
convoluted.
must be a mage yourself.
Why are you laughing so much? You said do not mix business with pleasure. You seem to enjoy this much too much. And that's a lot of muches, Mr. Shieldhand. So, how do you recognize a mage?
How do you know whether someone is a mage or not? Their magical aura? Or by the charisma and wisdom they radiate?
By
By
their
their-
mage diploma.
Oh,
Huh?
Every trained mage has a mage diploma. They can show it to me here, and then I let them into the upper town.
So that means if I show you a mage diploma, I can see the Archmage.
Well, show me an honestly acquired mage's diploma made out in your name, and I'll take you to the Archmage myself.
If there's no other
Sweet.
way, then I'll just get my mage degree, or my name's not Underhill.
it's not.
Good luck. You'll find the mage teacher in the tavern. Just see what he thinks of the idea.
We already spoke to him. He seemed a nice enough fellow, if a bit distracted. So, how do you become a qualified mage again? Is this going to say the same thing?
How can I become an accredited mage then?
You? Not at all.
I don't like you, Mr.
And how do others do
Shieldhand.
it?
Well, there are mage schools. There's one just down the street, Master Marcus's Magical Mage School. Master
Alliteration
Marcus shut up
for the
shop
win.
weeks ago. Now he spends the whole day sitting in the tavern playing some kind of role-play game.
I'm going to get my mage diploma. Just you wait and see.
Oh, yeah, right.
You won't be laughing when I'm done with
man.
you.
There's no way I can do a full course of mage training just to get into the Archmage's tower. Maybe
Yeah,
the
the
mage
world might
teacher
be
will lend me a
destroyed by then.
diploma. And once I've given up the ring, well, maybe I could really take a stab at it.
You keep a bright look on things. Can we take a sandwich? No. We can look at the basket, though.
A basket. It belongs to Mr. Shieldhand. It contains the rest of his giant sandwich.
Oh, did he not eat it all for lunch? He has a pole arm there and a umbrella. So, can we get a better look at this coat of
The
arms?
Seastone City coat of arms. I recognize it from a map.
Uh-huh.
It looks a little worse for wear. Oh, like everything else here.
So do the flags. They look in really bad, ragged shape.
Halt! Access only for authorised persons. Or has Mr. Gnome become a mage in the meantime?
Not yet.
That's what you sound like, Mr. Shieldhand. We will become a mage. You just wait and see.